Hey everybody, Ramey here, and today I'm going to do something fun. We're going to test out Rate My Professor. I want to take a look at some of the things and talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages of a site like this. As you know, all professors are rated at the end of their class by their students. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about the validity of that, whether that's good or not. I've stated some of my opinions about that in other videos. But today I want to just simply talk about Rate My Professor. For those of you who aren't sure what that is, it's a website. You can see it up on the screen here, ratemyprofessor.com. And basically what happens is you go to this website, you search for a professor, you find them, and you can rate them and give them a review of their class. So we're going to talk about whether it's real, fake, how much value you should put in these ratings. So what I've done is, you can see up on my screen, I Rate My Professor. This is basically what you do is you click find a professor and you search for yourself. Well, I've already went through the trouble of finding myself. I typed in my name and there were like 27 people with my last name. So it was pretty easy to find myself. So I went to my profile and we can see my profile right here. I actually have a really good score, 4.8. I was surprised. I kind of go in here and check this every few years to see if anyone's actually submitted anything. 4.8 out of 5. 100% would take me again. My level of difficulty is 3.2. And then I see some tags for myself. And I can scroll down and see like what class they took with me. Was it for credit? And they type in some stuff like, this class was required. I did not want to take this class. I do not like technology. It ended up being my favorite class this semester. So you hear, you get to see stuff like that. So, that's nice. And I get to see overall quality, level of difficulty, and I could go through and see all of these. I have 8 reviews. My last review was 12/24. So Christmas Eve, someone actually gave me a review this year, and I haven't had a review in about a year now. So, like 7-8 months. And it looks like 2012. So in the last, 7 years, I've had 8 reviews. So people aren't using this that much, probably unless the professor's telling them to. But there's no one tells a student to go do this. So, the reviews you're going to get are probably the students that really, really, really liked you, and also the students that really, really didn't like you. Like if you had to fail someone, they might be likely to go on here and give you a bad review. Or if you gave someone an A, they might be likely to go on here and give you a review as well. All right, so let's talk about that. So I go onto this website and I see I have these 8 reviews. And it is kind of cool to go in and I see like, oh, it makes me feel good. Like, oh, I have 9 reviews actually, not 8. It makes me go in and feel good. Like, wow, 4.8 out of 5. That's kind of cool. Like, I don't know who these people are because their name's not here. But I do see it seems like they really took a class from me. But are these like, we talk about news, like there's these bots like going into forums and stuff. Like, are bots filling this out? Like, can anyone just go in and fill this information out? Like, are these real people? I mean, these are my real classes, so it appears that these are real students that have taken my classes, but we don't really know that for sure. So let's find out. So what we're going to do is we are going to rate me. We're going to give me a good rating, though. A fake one, but a good one. Because we're going to see if I can give myself a fake rating. All right, so I have 9. Start typing a comment. Dr. Pastor is the greatest professor ever in the history of the world. What do we think about? Okay, so Dr. Pastor is the greatest professor ever in the history of the world. I think... okay, let's just keep it at that. Dr. Pastor is great. His classes are awesome, and he is very helpful. Make it seem kind of real, right? Continue my rating. Let's see. Course code. Okay, let's just do EDN 303. I haven't taught that class in a while, but it doesn't matter. Rate my professor. Well, I'm going to give myself a 5. It's like when someone asked me, like, what should I get? Someone said, like, I once had a professor who told me, like, well, you're going to grade yourselves. And it was like, well, I'm always giving myself an A. And if I can, I'll give myself an A with 10 pluses if I'm grading myself. They said, no, we assume most people will be honest. I go, honestly, I'm going to give myself an A every chance I get, as most people would, right? It's like if you can give yourself a raise, like you're going to give yourself the highest raise and stuff like that. Would you take this professor again? Of course. Yeah, I took this class for credit. Did I use a textbook? In my class, if you use a textbook, it was free. All my materials are free. Let's just say no. Attendance. Of course you have to attend my classes. Grade received. We don't even give pluses at my university, but let's just say that. Select 3. Let's see. Gives good feedback. accessible outside of class, and clear grading criteria. I like those. Choose select up to 3. Should I write something like this as a test review for a video? Let's do that. No, let's not. Let's just keep it as is. It's fine. Email optional, so I don't need to sign up for anything. I'm not a robot. Am I a robot? I don't think I am. Let's submit. Okay. It's been posted. Let's see. Oh my. So look at this. This is okay. So this is kind of unbelievable. It's not even reviewed by anyone. It's already up there. Awesome. Dr. Pastor. So now I have 10 student ratings. Dr. Pastor is the greatest professor ever in history of the world. His classes are awesome and he is very helpful. So now, if I was, looking at someone's profile, how do you know any of their reviews are real when I could just go on and give myself 50 positive reviews? So what this tells me is, first of all, this site, you can't rely on it whatsoever. Because if the same way that I just gave myself one review, good review, and I could give myself 50 good reviews, someone who doesn't like you could give you 50 bad reviews and make you look really bad on this site. So you cannot rely on this site whatsoever for that reason. That's very, very strange that there's no verification. Like if they asked for my university email address to just verify I was a student, because there are, like if I go to get a discount on Apple with my student ID, they want my email address and they check it against the database of students at my school. Rate My Professor could do the same thing. They've been around long enough. There has to be some kind of money structure there. And if there's not, there's something wrong with their mission. But come on, there has to be something that checks this. It literally, that's the most ridiculous comment someone could get. And now I have 10 student ratings. So now, I'm still 4.8 though. So it really didn't change me. But I could go in and give myself 10 more ratings. And even if they say, nope, we recognize this IP address, so we're blocking you, I can just go on my VPN and change my VPN. I have 1,000 different servers, so I can give myself 1,000 different IP addresses, 1,000 different ratings. You get the idea. So this is just crazy. This is insane. This is absolutely ridiculous, and hilarious at the same time. Okay, so when you're looking at your colleagues on Rate My Professor, don't take much stake into these reviews. It's kind of like Amazon reviews. You got to weed through the ones that are real and fake. Okay, but what I did is I also wanted to see, what if someone says some really mean stuff about you that's inappropriate, crosses a line, it's not critiquing your class, they're, saying mean stuff about you as a person, judging your character, something that's just not appropriate, something that wouldn't be appropriate written about you online. Not, I didn't like this class, it was too much work. Saying something mean about you, I didn't like Dr. Pastor, I didn't like his hair and the way he talks, and I don't like his, whatever it is they want to say about me. Okay, so, what can you do about that? So what I did is I looked and I said, is there a way to get rid of bad reviews? So you can actually click report this rating. When you go to report your rating, it allows you to flag a review. So if you're concerned about the comment violating their guidelines. So if it was something mean, it probably can get deleted. You report the rating. Now, one thing I will say is that doesn't mean they're going to delete it. Reporting the rating doesn't automatically delete a rating. So there's that. So you're not even sure it's going to happen. And one of the things I thought was kind of interesting is there's a note here that says, currently we don't have the ability for you to respond to a specific comment. So I could comment on any of my comments here. I can't do it. They said that the ability isn't there yet, but this is a functionality being worked on. Now, Rate My Professor has been around since before I was a professor in 2010. It hasn't changed one single bit, and they're just now, 10 years later, working on some kind of functionality for it that allows you to just comment on a comment. It's a little strange. So there's some strange things going on with this site that I just don't think they're making any money, probably. So it's like a developer or a couple developers who've kind of made this and kept it going. At least that's the feeling I get based on the lack of everything about it. But what I did is I have shown you an example of why you definitely cannot use these ratings, why you cannot trust these ratings. I will say they're really fun to look at your colleagues and yourself and just see what people have written, because I mean, I didn't write these other ones, so it was neat to see 9 reviews that were positive, even though it's really meaningless. It still made me feel a little good inside. Because nice comments always make you feel happy, right? And that's good as a faculty member, a professor, a teacher, in anything. So anyway, have a great day, guys. Bye.